Hey guys, it's Kay, I hope you're all well. So if you haven't heard the latest, Downloader is still down for the foreseeable future. And the developer and Google are slogging it out, but unfortunately we all know how that's going to end. If you don't know what I'm talking about, or you want to know more about this, check out my previous video about the Downloader saga, which I'll link in the description. Now I know if you've got Downloader installed already, you've got nothing to worry about, but you do have to ask yourself, is that going to be the case forever? The app could easily be blocked from your device at any time. So in light of the recent events, why don't we future-proof ourselves? And what I mean by that is install an alternative app that does exactly the same as Downloader did, but maybe not as slick or polished as Downloader. But it's got that all-important feature of being able to download from websites. So what I'm going to do in this video is introduce you to a Downloader app alternative. Now this app has the same features as the Downloader app, but it also comes with some very interesting extra features that the Downloader app doesn't have. All will be revealed. Now when you open up the app, this is the home screen you're greeted with. You've got some handy shortcuts which of course are customizable. And do you notice this circle that's moving around the screen? Well, that's your mouse cursor for your web browser, which is controlled by your remote control. Now as you can see, the browser is pretty quick. I just clicked on the Amazon link there and straight away we're on the Amazon website. Now if you click on the back button on your remote, you'll get the following menu options pop up, and the interesting thing here is that you get two, with slightly different buttons and functions. Now the X button on both menus closes the app, but the cool thing is if you open up the app again, you're back to where you left off. Now on the top menu you've got your microphone, which is your voice control, so if you say something like news, it'll bring up a Google search for news, and you're on your way. Now on the bottom menu you've got your backwards and forwards buttons, so I can go all the way back to the Google search and even the home page. Now clicking on the back button on your remote control will bring those menus back up, and if we click on the clock with a backwards arrow on it, we get the history of all the websites we've been on with the dates included. Definitely a handy feature to have, saving us typing in at the Google search bar. Now another thing I want to show you is video playback on this web browser. As you can see, it's smooth and stutter free.
Just a disgusting sauce that hurts your mouth.
And while we're here, we can add this to our favorites by clicking on the star in the top menu, and we'll get the following window pop up, and just click on add, and we can edit the title or the URL, and then just click done, and you'll get a little summary of your bookmarks. So the next feature is probably most important to most people watching this video, and that is the download function. So if you just click on the downward arrow while you're browsing, you'll just see an empty screen. So what this space actually is where your downloads are kept when you actually download files. And I'll show you an example of how to use this function when you download a file. Okay, let's take a closer look at the downloading function on this web browser. And the first thing I'm going to do is find a web page from where I'm going to download some files. And I'm going to choose a fellow YouTuber, and maybe you know him. He's an all-round good guy, keeps us all in the know about the latest tech streaming developments. And it is of course good old Tech Doctor UK. If you haven't seen him or watched him, definitely give him a look up. So like with any browser, just click on the link for downloads, and then just scroll down until you find what you're looking for. And in this case, I'm just going to click on Remote ADB, scroll down to the download link, which is that green button here. Click on it and the download should begin. And sure enough, you get a little message telling you the download has started. It also tells you where it's going to be stored on your device. Now the only thing you don't get here is a little status bar telling you the download progress, but that's just a minor thing. As you can just as easily click on the download button, and you'll see that my download has in fact completed. It gives me the time it completed and how big it is, and as a bonus it tells you where you downloaded it from. Now installation is a straightforward process. Just click on the file and you get the following message pop up, and it's just telling you for security your device is not allowed to download from unknown web pages. We just need to go to settings and then click on the install from unknown apps and select tvBro web browser, and you only need to do this once, and anything you download will come down automatically. And from here you just click on install and you should get the installation go ahead. Now another cool thing you can do is that if you long press on the file, you'll get this little sub menu pop up, and you'll get a couple of options, and the first one gives you the option to open up a file explorer at the location of where the file's been downloaded to. So this is a pretty cool inbuilt feature of the web TV browser, and from here, as you can see, you can do all sorts of things to the file. You can rename it, you can copy it to your clipboard, you can create a zip file, and of course delete it, which I am going to do from the main submenu. But let's just quickly look at the next function, which is the incognito mode. So this mode allows you to browse privately. So when you're browsing, your cookies won't be stored, nor will your history. Now there's also a cog button on the menu, and this is your settings menu. And in here we've got 3 tabs: main, shortcuts and versions and updates. On the main tab we can change the web browser engine, and currently there's two options here. We can also choose a default search engine for our web browser, and there's plenty of choice here as you can see. You can even add a custom URL for a search engine. And below that there's an option to change your homepage. You can leave it as a TV Bro homepage, you can have a search engine, you can have a custom URL, or you can just leave it blank. Now the other cool thing we can do from here is change the links on our homepage. We can either have them as bookmarks, latest history, or most visited sites. Another great feature here is that we can toggle ad blocking on or off by just simply flicking this switch. We can also change the theme of the browser. You can have it as system default, white, or even dark, which will definitely save your eyes at night on your TV screen. And as you can see here, I've got my browsing history links on the homepage. And the last thing I want to mention here is that you can clear the web cache. Just click on the button. Now on the next tab across we've got shortcuts, and this basically allows you to assign different buttons on your remote control to different functions on the web browser. So to navigate back, just click on it, press set key for action, and then it's ready to accept the button you want for that action on your remote control. Now I've set this to the rewind button, and you basically just work your way down assigning buttons to these actions in the same way. And this is what I ended up setting up on my remote. So this is pretty cool. It's going to save you that extra bit of time scrolling around the web page. Another great feature with this TV web browser is the ability to zoom in and zoom out of web pages. And you just simply click on the magnifying glass with the plus sign or the negative sign. Now of course you could assign some shortcut keys on your remote control to make this as easy as possible. And it does go in a fair amount, as you can see. We've also got the ability to turn off ads with the click of a button, and you also get a little notification telling you how many ads it stopped, which in my case is currently 12. Now this button with the chat box and the X across it gives you the option to stop pop-ups on websites. And as you can see, you've got various levels of blocking, ranging from minor to maximum. So let's go ahead and get this alternative app installed. On your Android TV device, head on over to Google Play Store and type in TVBRO. That is TV Bro, all one word. And it should pop up straight away. And then just hit the install button. Shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes to install. It's not a very big file. And during the installation process, you'll get the following pop-up. Just say yes to using the new engine. And it's as simple as that, guys. You're ready to roll. Now another thing I like to do with my favourite applications is add them to my favourites bar on my Android TV home screen. And the TV Bro web browser definitely belongs there. And all we do is scroll across on your favourite apps bar until you get to the plus sign. Clicking it will bring up the app selection sidebar, and we just simply scroll down until we find it and click on it, and voila, we've got it where we want it. Okay guys, if you did find this video helpful, please do give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this. All of those actions above will help me and the channel produce more content.